development, 1 minute stop, 3 minutes of fix, and then up to 15 minutes for wash. It's important that the fix doesn't enter the development. So if you splash some of the fix into the development solution, this is going to stop working. If you splash development into the fix, it doesn't really matter that much.
But does it endanger the film? If you
Sorry?
if you're so unlucky to get stuff into the fixer or the developer, does the film get destroyed, or can you say some?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So I'll so with these, so I have my paper. So I put it into this frame first, and then when it's, so this is 1.5 minutes, and when I have 15 seconds left, I grab my paper and I hold it up, so the most of the chemistry drips off back into the development tray. There I can see the seconds. I usually do it only from either full or half, and it's easier to keep track of the time. If you do it from 17, it's harder. So you raise it up 15 seconds, the last 15 seconds, and then I move them over here, and I just drops them into this tray. So I don't put these triggers into the solution. Next time, this is for 1 minute, 15 seconds before. Lift it up, let it drip off for the last 15 seconds. And I do the same. Just let it go into this one. Same there. So these only travel in that direction. So it's important not to take these, grab these, and do like that. Because suddenly, so we say, so let's see I do it, and I put it inside that one. Then someone else put these inside there. Then we have a problem. So it only goes in one direction. There will be people, so you will get a small PDF file called Henriks Lille Røde.
Yeah.
Just like the Communist Manifest. But it's good help for beginners to understand this process. Though he will tell you that you do it reverse. So you do development, stop, fix. But in this dark room, we have it here, so the water exits here. Then if it gets like loads of water here, these are going to float around. And when you do it that way, you have your wash over there, and these start to float around. So I prefer doing it this way, but different people have different systems. Therefore, when you do this with other people around, you just ask them, which direction is it? Which one is the developer? So if you know that this is the developer, it's always stop, fix. When there's a lot of people, we do another set of these on the other side, and I do them reverse. So then you have developer, stop, fix. Can anyone say why?
So you avoid the splashing from.
Exactly. Because it's quite easy to splash into the other container. But different people do different ways. So you don't have to be you don't have to do like this. You just hold it like that, and it grips off.
But when you hold it, the paper, is it thin or thick, so it will kind of like bend, or will it just stay kind of a little bit?
Yeah, so in the beginning it will drip off
Yeah.
chemistry,
Okay.
and then the stop is to wash away the
Yeah.
developer, and then the wash is to wash off the.
So you should use those pincets thingies to
Yeah.
kind of like hold it a little bit inside on the pictures. Or
Yeah.
just on the, yeah.
Just on the border of the picture.
Okay. Border.
Yes. Okay. So here we have. This is concentrate fixer, just like the for film. And then we have a different developer called Multigrade. And this one you mix it 1 part chemistry to 9 part water. It says so here. So here we do a ready, like a mix, which are ready to use. You can smell this as well, just to know how it smells like. Yeah. So you just keep passing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Developer gets for paper, it smells more like burnt rubber. So it's also a way to understand how, if it's good enough. 1 liter of chemistry mixed is enough for around 50 papers in this size. So it usually gets thrown away, the chemistry, much earlier than that. So no worries about that. These, when you have water on, don't put them on full because there's quite some power in it. And this one, for the wash, we use 1 inside like this. And I put 3 to hold it, and then I put a little bit of water. You will see a lot of students doing like this, but you can imagine how much water this pumps every minute. So you try to keep it as slow as possible, and then you will see the chemistry from the fixer coming on top of the trace. It floats up and it floats off on the slope here.
Okay, so you just let the water kind of like spill over.
Yeah, exactly.
But how much of the other components do you use?
Yeah, so it's not that important. You usually have like around a liter in a tray like this. It's more like so it shouldn't splash, because as film you need to agitate it. So when you agitate paper, you do like this around this tempo.
And do you only do it like one way? You don't?
No, only one way. And just if you have a problem with the paper in the beginning, you can put these, push down the paper a little bit, and then agitate like that.
Okay.
When it gets moist, like paper, it will sink down. The stop, you just do the same way. The fix, we only agitate once or twice or a few times in the start, and then we let it be. You can have multiple papers at the same time. So if you have multiple different students working at the same time, you can have a tray with a couple of different papers. It's no problem. Just talk with other people. And so for the school, it's 1.5 minutes for developer, 1 minute for stop, and 3 minutes for the fix. When we're done with our done for the day, we take our trays and we scrub them a little bit with water,
Just water.
Just water. And then we dry them here. And if you see a lot of these which are dry, then you put them underneath. And you can stack them on top of each other. If you need to measure something out, you have it here. If you need gloves, have it inside here. And if you need to throw away mixed developer, because it's usually if you have like really, if you're supposed to do this for 1.5 minutes and nothing happens after 30 seconds ish, then the solutions start to get too weak. Then you dump it over there in these containers, and we refill with concentrated water. Questions so far? All right. So in terms of enlargers, this one and these here are for a bigger type of film. So in the beginning, when we're a lot of us, we will use not number one, but all of them. But in time, when you shoot 35, then you pick an enlarger where it says 35mm. So if you look on the wall, we have 120, that means medium format film. So these are for medium format, these 4, and then the 4 over there are for 35. The one over there are for 4x5, which is a bigger format of film in this size. The other information is what kind of enlarger they are, that you don't have to care about, and then what kind of lens you have. Different lenses. So if you use a lens for a camera, the longer the lens, the closer you get to something. These work the same. So if you have a long lens, then you have to have this further up. And in terms of power, so if we have our enlarger is a lamp, and it's lit up at a constant effect. So if you have it further away from you, you need to have it for a longer time to get a certain exposure. We will get to that. But these two are new and fairly easy to use. These are older and are no problem to use. I wouldn't have them at home. That's a different matter. It works for students, but we'll get there. In terms of these, so these are for holding your paper. So if I open this up, you have these little screws here. So I put the paper towards these, and then I make sure that these ones overlap my paper, so they hold the paper in place. So if I want a paper or an image with sharp lines, then I use these for that. So then I can make sure that the picture is within a certain boundary. Understandable? Cool. This one. So before I talked about, I held up my film and I said, if you have like a plastic container with a film, you can put it directly into this kind of thing. So this is to make a representation of the images from the negative to a positive. So your film comes as a negative, and then when I enlarge that, it turns into a positive image. This one it works like this. I take my paper, which I'm going to print on or copy on, and then I put my film on top of it, and I close it down by this glass. Then I lit that light on top of that, and then I get a representation of each image. And then when I'm developed that, then I can see which images that I need to use. Me personally never uses it, because usually it's enough for me to look at the light table or the light box and get the representation of, fairly how this is going to work. But it's good in the beginning, and loads of photographers throughout time uses or swears on contact copies. So it's just different methods. But we'll get there. I won't have time today. Too big of a class. Okay, so we'll just turn it on. Okay, so inside here we have normal light and we have red light. The paper which we use in a black and white darkroom is non-sensitized for red light. It means that we can lit red light on it without anything happening. It makes it easier to work inside here. When your cell phone lit on, it will destroy the paper. So I want everyone to have it on silent, or leave it in your bag or somewhere else. No, oh sorry, I need to take this. Then you destroy everyone else. Okay, so with this setup now, I'll have, so when I press this on, so now it lets out the light. I can move this further up or down by pulling this wheel here towards me, and then I can move it up or down. So when I move it further up, it gets bigger. Further down, smaller. On this wheel here on the side, I can focus the light, so you can see that the borders get sharp. And we get to that point as well.
You ruined the pictures.
If I press this green one, it's called focus. So when I need to focus, we get to that point later as well. Then I can have it constantly on, or I can press on the red one here to have it go down now from 222, so 22.2 seconds. I can change this time by pressing or holding it in, and it will go faster. The time for a good exposure on a paper, it's between 15 and 20 seconds.
But do you kind of like just see how it develops and then you decide now it's enough, or?
No, you won't see anything on the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have to wait.
Yeah, you have to do tests.
Test, okay.
Yeah. So we get to that point as well. So as you can hear, this one only turns on when it's active. So now you can hear it. There you these ones are on all the time like this. And then when I hit run here, it's on. If I need to have it constantly on, then I can do that. So then I control it from this one. If I have it on like this, and if you put on the light again, press the white one, jump.
No, it's
No, it's a flippy.
Yes. Thank you.
Höj nok.
Ja, det beror på hur mycket som du behöver täcka. This one you put your film in. And so you open this up, put your film here. I usually put some tape on the side to hold it, to be sure that it's how it's supposed to be. I hate this machine.
Like ordinary tape?
This is, I think most people, when it comes to this little solution, it sucks. But it's, yeah, that's the way it is. On
But
this one,
Can I just ask, do you use ordinary tape or is it that?
yeah,
yeah.
you have like a paper
Yeah, the
tape.
paper, yeah.
On this one, it's much better. Comes in this. And this one actually locks onto the film by pressing it down. I usually put tape on that one as well, just to be on the safe side. If this is too big, then you can use these lamels on the sides to make it smaller. So if I need to use it for 35, then that's about 35. And then I definitely put tape. This one, so
Ja, 12 gånger 12. Nej, 6 gånger.
6 and 6. This one is a 6x7, and on this machine you can switch them out. You can also put them on the side like this. So if you want like a longer format like that, you don't have to turn around during size. In addition, these have a red filter. It's only the 3 of them that have red filters. So, as I said before, red makes it non-visible. So when I focus this, and I can have a red filter here with light on, so I can have my paper sitting here during the whole time. It makes it easier to work with. We get to that later on as well. On these, you don't have a red filter, so until you're sure about what you're doing, don't have your photo paper here because it will be dark. I borrow this one. This is a contact copy. This is medium format film. So this is a bigger film where we'll use it further on. But for now, there will be 36 images, or 24 if you have a small one. Maybe I should do this. I can also, so when you move this one, you have these wheels here on the sides, and then you have the wheels here. So these, I can roll like that. Both goes outwards and it goes up. Both goes other way around, goes down again. If I hold this, then I can focus with it. When I know which how high it should be, and when it's focused, then I close this in. And now I can't move it. Because suddenly there is someone leaning like this, and you fucked it up. Yeah, so one more thing. Don't lean on this one, because suddenly you kind of sat on everything, or move stuff, or you move this around. So just keep this area clear. Okay, there's only one of these, otherwise we'll have
Excuse me, how do you call those?
these
Yeah,
enlargers.
enlarger. Great, thanks.
So here we have a glass plate. Instead of that, it works exactly the same. You don't just have to be that fancy. This is, if it were me at home, then I would have like a piece of glass, not that one. In addition, we have here, we have paper. So when we're going to do exposure tests for how long exposure we need, we're going to use one of these to block out the light. If you have a hole in it, it don't really do your any good. So make sure if you have a hole in it, to have something else that covers it up. Or you take one without a hole in it.
But why is there a hole? Why is there a hole?
We get to
Okay.
that in time. I'm not going to confuse you any more than I already am. These, I don't know the name in English. In Norwegian it's called kornlupe. It's a focusing tool. This one, so I put on the light. It reflects the light into this mirror and up towards you. With this one we can find the grain on an image. So I have my film here and I have my light coming through. And then I can focus this one, and then I can get it exactly sharp on the grain. When I have it sharp on the grain, then I know that it's in focus, and I can leave that be. With your eyesight differs, so then I can let go of this one and I can move this up and down. And then I have like a line and it gets sharp and less sharp. So it's supposed to be as sharp as possible. Then you know this one is in focus and then you can use it there. If you forget to do this, then you have a problem. Because you never really get it sharp. Yeah, it kind of loses its function. And doing it just without any help, it's hard. The lower the ISO film is, like the ISO on your film, the harder it is to find the grain, because the grain is smaller. So you have like a Kodak V3200, which have huge grain, much easier to find. So 100 ISO film is usually no problem to find, but if you have like Adox ISO 20, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah. So that's how it works. The bigger diesel base, the bigger the paper can be. They're usually not easier to use because they're bigger. So I recommend to have like a smaller one if you have a smaller paper. The standard paper that I'm recommending you to buy is a 24 times 30 centimeters, which is usually 24 times 30 and a half. That's a different amount. Then you can use it to do a contact copy in one go. Smaller papers will be cheaper, but you can only do certain things on them. Questions? So now I don't have any any tape. I can show you. Det var temmeleg. Slå på lyset.
Jag börjar bli gott. Äta så mycket energi. Nej.
Wow.
1,58. Alltså, upp med linjalen. Alltså jag ska ha en och så det bara slå. Ja, men det orkar inte alltså. Men det får masse frustrasjon med det der.
Oi, kan vi bare
Får du til, skal jeg? Du må hoppe. Ja. Så gjør jeg tilbake. Jeg tar sånn noe ekstra trinn i uka. Ja. Litt spensthopp. Den gymmen.
Okay, when you come out titta, if you just come here and have a look. Come on. So here, so if I pull this focus here, you will see that it will get sharper and then less sharp again. So if I take this konlupa and then I have my hand on this one, that's easiest. But first I make sure that my eyesight for this one is correct. And then I check the image and I can see the grain. There we go. So now I will see the grain.
Can I see?
On this one? Yeah, but it depending on your eyesight.
If you don't
Yeah.
say my side, then
Yeah.
you can see.
Well, you use glasses.